Once upon a time, there was a glowing city protected by golden gates, known as heaven. It was ruled by beings of pure light, angels that worshipped good and shielded all from evil. Lucifer was one of these angels. He was a dreamer with fantastical ideas for all of creation, but he was seen as a troublemaker by the elders of heaven, for they felt his way of thinking was dangerous to the order of their world. So he watched as the angels began to expand the universe in their ways.
So from talking about Lil Nas X dancing on the devil's dick and then praising Jesus Christ, we're gonna talk about this new, I think it's Amazon or Apple, but I believe it's an Amazon cartoon that's coming out that all the Christians and church peoples and religions and conservatives and right-leaning people are really upset about, because they feel like it's basically corrupting children's minds because it's flipping the good and the bad. Like, so this cartoon is basically, from what I saw, I watched the first, and I put the title and everything and some scenes on the screen for you guys to watch and enjoy. I watched the first pilot, and I understood why people were outraged, because they were definitely, at least in the first episode, the pilot was making the angels the baddies, the jerks, the assholes, and making not the good guys, but at least one of them, the girls who seems like she's like the protagonist of the show, but making the demons kind of the fun guys anyway, the fun hip guys. So I can see why people were like outraged, because it's like, no, the devil and the demons are the bad ones and the angels are the good ones, and this is gonna make kids want to be the devils and demons and be Satanists and blah blah blah, right? Satanic panic. Anywho, but if you can get past that, at least in the first pilot episode, I don't know where the story is going to go. The actual moral of the story in the pilot season or the pilot episode was redemption. The main protagonist, the female demon, which I think is like the devil's daughter or something like that, she wants to go to heaven and she wants to talk to the angels because she feels like sinners should be able to redeem themselves because they want to get into heaven. So if you're trying to say like this is a show that's trying to make kids or young people want to do bad and go to hell and all this stuff, is actually trying to say like, no, people don't want to be in hell, they want to go to heaven, and they should have a chance to redeem themselves for their sins. And actually, I think the devil or something like that are upset because the souls don't want to stay in hell, they want to go to heaven. And so the protagonist, the female demon, is trying to negotiate this and say like, hey, can we have a thing where you redeem some of these souls so they can go to heaven?
So I'm happy we got this opportunity to meet. There's a project I've been working on that I really want to talk to you about. Adam, sir, Mr. Adam, sir, you seem like a smart, well, stand-up guy.
Uh-huh.
And I know you are the leader of the angels, and you are a big thinker, a revolutionary, a genius.
I mean, your words, babe.
Who would really love to put his name on something?
Fucking love putting my name on shit. Shit's the best.
It's a solution to our biggest problem. These are souls. Human souls, just the same as the ones you have up in heaven.
They are not the same. They had their chance and they earned damnation.
You're wrong. Sinners made mistakes, sure, but everyone makes mistakes.
Angels don't make mistakes.
If we rehab these sinners and cleanse all their souls, and if they join you in heaven, that trip disappears.
Let me stop you right there. Save us all precious time.
Okay.
If what you're suggesting is letting them climb up the ladder, oh, they'd rather cross the pearly gates.
Well,
Sorry, sweetie, but there's no defying their fates, 'cause hell is forever, whether you like it or not. Had their chance to behave better, now they boil in the pot. 'Cause the rules are black and white, there's no use in trying to fight it. They're burning for their lives and
They do the whole like myth or mythology of, I forget her freaking name. What is her name? I forget. Put it on the screen, and maybe I'll put a clip here.
From the dust of earth, they created Adam and Lilith, equals as the first of mankind. But despite this, Adam demanded control, and Lilith refused to submit to his will.
They talk about the first Eve. It was supposed to be the first Eve, and this is not in the Bible, I don't think, but people say it was in the Bible, and the Bible was taken out. I think I've seen some programs or documentaries about that. She was the first Eve, but she wasn't taken from Adam's rib. She was equal to Adam, and therefore Adam could not tell her what to do, and so she just kind of fucked off and did what she wanted. And in the story, God's mad at that, so he banishes her to hell, and then she becomes like this demon person that kills babies or some infants or something like that. It's some sort of lore. But in the cartoon, what she does is get along with the devil, and then they trick the second Eve and whatever, and they eat the apple and blah blah blah. And you know, and the story goes on. So that's that's basically the gist of the first pilot. So again, I can see why people are upset about this cartoon. Again, you being upset about it isn't really gonna do anything. It's not gonna make people not watch it. I'm not outraged by it. Again, I can, if there is some sort of conspiracy theory around this by trying to get people into Satanism, because this is basically also, this is not really what Satanists all believe, but it's kind of around there where God is the baddie because God tried to keep knowledge from man, and devil was the goodie because he wanted to give knowledge to man by trying to tell Eve to eat the apple, and God was just mad at that and banished the devil to hell or whatever. It's kind of the play on that.
They wished to share the magic of free will with humanity, offering the fruit of knowledge to Adam's new bride, Eve, who gladly accepted. But this gift came with a curse, for with this single act of disobedience, evil finally found its way into Earth. With it, a new realm of darkness and sin, and the order heaven had worked to maintain was shattered. As punishment for their reckless act, heaven cast Lucifer and his love into the dark pit he had created, never allowing him to see the good that came from humanity, only the cruel and the wicked.
If you want to see that in that way, I can see why people are like, this is just a way, this is just a gateway to get people to become Satanists or whatever. Or if the show is going to go down the road of like, no, people should have a chance of being redeemed sinners so they can have a chance to go to heaven, I don't really have a problem with it, but I can see why people are outraged by it. You might disagree with me, you might want me to be more mad about it than I am. I'm just not, because I just don't think it does anything when you're outraged about these things. Tim Pool made a really good point by pointing out the fact that, because people were saying that this is proof that Amazon is like demonic and they're connected to the devil and they're trying to promote devil stuff and devil worship and Satanism, and that they actually like promote Sound of Freedom pretty heavily on their platform. So I think they just promote whatever they think is going to make them money. I don't, not every conspiracy is true, but if there was a conspiracy connected to it, I can understand why. Let me just say, I can understand why people are mad. I can understand where people are going with it. I'm just saying, from the first pilot I saw, it was about redemption. That was it. It was about redemption. It was about like, hey, sinners should be able to redeem themselves. That's what it was about. And maybe a lot of Christians don't like that because it's like, no, once you sin, once you go to hell, that's it. The message should not be you can sin and you get a second chance and then you go to heaven. That is not the message. Even though that is what some believers actually believe, that people don't ever stay in hell. Like there's this purgatory. There's purgatory, or they go to hell for a certain amount of time, they go to heaven. There's people believe different things who believe in the same gods, or the same God, but with just different beliefs. Not every person who believes in God or a Christian God believes exactly what the Bible says. Anywho, guys, it's getting really dark. I was just trying to get a video done really quickly before I run out of light. Tell me, guys, what do you think of this cartoon? Have you seen the pilot? Do you think it's a gateway drug for kids to become Satanists and devil worshippers? Do you think there's some grand conspiracy around it? Again, I understand why people are upset about it. I don't think your outrage is going to do anything to damper the popularity of the show if it is popular, but let me know what you guys think. And if the show is just sort of centered around the idea of redemption and that's it, with the main angel at least being an asshole, because they haven't showed all the angels, they just showed the one. I think Adam is supposed to be Adam from Adam and Eve. They just showed him as an asshole. So like, they're not showing all of them as assholes, so we'll see how the show goes. But if it's just about redemption, are you okay with that? Are you still like, no, they could have did it a different way. They didn't have to use devils and demons. This is just a gateway. They're just trying to make fun of Christianity. Let me know in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. You can donate, it helps keep me on this platform, and you guys have an amazing, beautiful day. Bye!
City protected by golden gates, known as heaven. It was ruled by beings of pure light, angels that worshipped good and shielded all from